We know that there was a failed exorcism. With everything that they went through for the 4 years that they lived here, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
It's like footsteps above us. It's like...
It was making them way too scared to even live here.
Yeah, very slowly, like somebody's creaking across the floor, literally at the bottom of these stairs.
The land could have held a curse. As he said, it could have been demonic.
That just sounded like something tapped on that glass. I was walking, and as soon as I stopped, it sounded like there was like another footstep like right behind me. Jeez, that actually freaking scared me. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. First of all, thank you guys so much for 100,000 subscribers in less than 3 years on YouTube. It's absolutely insane. This is our first video we've actually filmed since we hit that milestone. So we wanted to say thank you guys for that. And we're ready to get back at it. Yeah, we're so excited to get into this place. We haven't been here in 2 years, and it was actually around the same time 2 years ago. We went here on my birthday last time, and here we are again. We're at the Hinsdale House in Western New York. Guys, this place is said to be very negative. So we're gonna try to go in there, we're gonna take a history tour and see what we can uncover tonight. Yeah, we had some really interesting activity last time here, especially during our solos. So we're gonna do that again. We're gonna do whole house solos. We have access to the basement this time, guys. We've never investigated down there. So we're ready to get down there. We're gonna go in, like you said, do this history tour and just see what Hinsdale has to offer us tonight. And tonight we're gonna be running some static cams that are available for members only. So guys, if you haven't joined the membership, make sure you do that, because the tiers not only get special emojis to use in the chats and in the comments, but you also get behind the scenes stuff like that. True. Let's get in there. Let's get out of the cold and see what we can find in Hinsdale. Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Tiffany, and I am the tour guide here at the Hinsdale House. And we're gonna do a little tour and talk about the history and then leave it to the boys. The house is set up as if the Dandy family in the 70s, when they moved in here, we kind of have it set up like as, you know, if they were still living here. The room that we are in right now would have been Mike's bedroom. Mike was the oldest child and he was the only son. The whole family moved down here from Buffalo. They were seeking, you know, a nice forever home. When Clara found this place, she fell in love with it and wanted to have it. I guess the house called for her to, you know, own it. So then they moved down here and stuff kind of started happening, little things here and there. And then it got to the point over 4 years that they couldn't handle it anymore, and unfortunately they moved. But we'll talk a little bit about what they went through while they were here. We are in Mike's room, like I said. Mike, being the only son, we really think that's why he's next to the front door. Dad stayed away a lot working in Buffalo. He did have a shelf that was above his bed, and one night he woke up because something hit his chest, and when he looked to see what it was an item on his shelf that he knew was at the bottom of the pile, but it didn't disturb anything else on the pile itself. A very large thing that happened to him was an accident. Not positive if it was up the hill or if he was going down the hill, but it was on the very large hill. He said he thought he saw somebody in his car with him. That is what made him have an accident. Hit his head, went into a coma for 3 days. The rescuers believed that he had somebody with him because there was an indent of another person's head in the passenger side. At first they thought it was his friend that he just dropped off, but they did get a hold of his friend and it wasn't him. So come on in here. I'll kind of get 2 rooms at once here. So where his foot is, you can see where there used to be a wall. Okay, so this is the second child. This is Beth's room. Beth would claim to see the bug-eyed lady, is what she classified this woman as. Not knowing at first if she was a spirit or a real person, she ran outside to see this woman who was standing outside her window. Couldn't find her until she looked inside her window, and the woman is inside staring out at her. She classified her as the bug-eyed lady. Dark dress, hair disheveled, and bug-eyed. Why would she have bug eyes? I don't know, right? You know, we've got folklore stories of a woman that was hung. There's a lot of stories of someone who might have drowned. When you think about asphyxiation, right? Bug eyes. So, but in her room itself, it has a doll. That doll in the yellow right there. We were told by friends and or some of the family that that doll is original to when they lived here. that family and friends were around the table doing a Ouija board session, and the doll was flung off of a shelf. So that mirror is on that wall, not only by a screw, but it's also on there by wire, okay? We, in October, were redoing the electric here and got it all done. Everything worked great. We were sleeping in the living room. 2 o'clock in the morning, that sucker fell off the wall. But the cool thing is, though, is the mirror didn't break, but you can see where the frame broke.
Yeah. Right.
The top and bottom.
Yeah.
It fell down, it knocked all those dolls off, and the K2 meter was over here, flashing red. I think I left it on, and I think it pissed her off. The living room, we know that there was a failed, people call an exorcism, right? A failed exorcism, or a failed structural cleansing. With everything that they went through for the 4 years that they lived here, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse until the point where they couldn't ignore it anymore. It was making them way too scared to even live here, and they were very devout Catholics. So what they did is they got a hold of Father Al, who was from St. Bonaventure, and I think he really studied a lot into the paranormal, and he brought with him a psychic by the name of Alex Tanis. Alex kind of touched on a lot of negative feelings here, saying how the land, it didn't feel right. It, you know, could have held a curse. It could, as he said, it could have been demonic. No, but negative is negative, all right? And the negative affected them to the point where, yeah, they had to move. But while they did that exorcism, they all kneeled here in the living room. They had a film crew. Somebody that was here when that happened, they put a boom mic outside or out the window. And after Father said, you know, his rite of exorcism, that they heard what they thought was like the house screaming, right? People claim that the house is an entity in itself. Very negative it can be. You get a lot of people that come through here looking for something negative, and you know that if the more you open and you're not careful, the more you can create it, and the more it can come through, and then you've just, you know, unleashed a beast. All right, so we are in the parents' bedroom, and up here, a lot of footsteps. Lots of footsteps. Even when you're downstairs and there should be nobody up here, you're gonna hear the footsteps. Clara, she would be sound asleep and think that Phil was home, which Phil was dad, right? And she would hear boots, so she thought, well, he came home, you know? Boots coming up the stairs, but yet would produce nobody. Nobody was there. Happened quite a few times. Mary was the youngest Andy, and probably the one that was affected the worst. Being as young as she was, it was more or less like her personality changed. The demeanor, things that she would say was just not normal and was not her. A lot of people think is that this corner of the house, this room, Beth's room, and in the basement, is more or less like the epicenter of the energy.
Right.
Maybe even the epicenter of the negative, you know, energy. Things in here would move on their own. What she would think that her animals would go underneath her bed, but then wouldn't come out. So when she'd look under there, there would be nothing under there. So a lot of people will sit on the bed and feel something touch their legs. It got to the point where she couldn't handle it in here anymore. So she would refuse to sleep in here. Took everything out, took her out. I guess from what we understand, that it was shut forever, thinking that they can contain it, and we know that doesn't work. Laura's room. When she was here, lived here, she felt very depressed or oppressed while she was in here. And a lot, I think, has to do with that crawl space, you know? If you think about whatever the negative is in that crawl space, it butts up against this room, and a lot of people feel something in that closet as well, and it butts up against that crawl space. Unfortunately, while Laura lived here, she kind of had premonitions, not of like a great future or even a long future. She felt like she was going to pass away early, and unfortunately it happened. She passed away 2 weeks before her 32nd birthday. All right, we're going to go back to the big room and go to the closet. It's the only closet in the whole house. It is not very deep, but it is very long, right? And then there's a mirror in the closet. A lot of people can scry, which is just another form of like communication. I feel a little boy in the closet. We get his name as Eric. He's about 5 or 6. I don't think that he's originally from the house. We think he's from the area, but he just is lonely, you know? Comes here, definitely can attach himself to moms while they're here investigating. If you guys all have ever heard of the buzzsaw story and the boy, right? Some people say that he was young, so we did some digging. The story is true, okay, but some of the facts are incorrect. We know that he was 17. We know that he lived in Hinsdale, actually very close to the house, right over the hill, and his name was Warren Alfred Emerson. We think Mike saw someone out back, and it could have been him, because Mike said that when the man turned, he saw a wound on his head. And that buzzsaw, he got hit in the head with the chain that snapped, and he passed away 3 days later. But that happened a few miles away. The last family that tried to live here, we think it was in the 90s. There's a lot of their stuff in there. Whatever was here really got to them, to the point where they couldn't come back for their stuff, fearing whatever it was would follow them. So be very careful. Make sure you don't fall. You've heard the folklore stories about stagecoach murders happening, all right? Okay, well, if that happened, if that folklore is true, some of that story is that the people that were murdered would be put into that crawl space later to be buried, right? When the ground thawed. Charles and David Everett built the house in 1853. They are the ones that a lot of people believe that are the bad guys, right? And we're finding that's not the truth. But we know that there is a Richard and Ian that used to live here after them, and they were not very good guys. If those stories are correct, and they did murder people, and they put them in a crawl space, that's the crawl space. When the ground radar was done, if you go out that and go right to where that pond is, that's where that mass hole kind of thing is. So it could very well be true.
Well, thank you.
You're
thank you so much.
Welcome. You guys have fun. If you need me, get a hold of me. Okay.
We will. We'll
You got
do.
my number.
All right.
Hey, goodbye.
All right. Let's do it. All right, so Steve's gonna go out to the car. I'm gonna be in here for a full house solo. We just set up some equipment around the house. I'll point that out in just a second, but enjoy. That's actually a joke. We've been sitting here the entire time and it has not gone off.
See ya.
At night.
I'm gonna go to the car where it's cold.
Oh, not wonderful.
Goodbye.
See ya. So the REM's going off right now, guys. We've been sitting in here for probably the past 10 minutes, like game planning how we want to film. Oh, it's the front door. Game planning how we want to film this, and dude, the REM pod has not gone off. The minute he says he's going to leave me alone in here, it starts going absolutely haywire. So that's super cool. But yeah, let's just get into the full house solo. We're gonna see if anyone at Hinsdale tonight wants to talk to me right off the rip. But as I'm sure you guys know, the solos that we do are in the dark. So we're gonna switch to IR and get crack-a-lack in here. So hi, my name is Dylan. Been here before. Just here to talk to you. We would love to learn more about the house, the family that stayed here. If you're from Hinsdale or the surrounding areas, we would still like to talk to you. It's freaking dark in here, guys. I have some devices set up around the house here. If you interact with them, they're going to light up, they're going to make some noise. They shouldn't hurt you. All they should do is let us know that you're here. We're going to set these up throughout the night in an attempt to make contact with you. Like I said, we're just here to learn more about the house, more about your life here, why you stay here. Jeez, that actually freaking scared me, bro. I haven't been on a ghost hunt in so long. Wow, okay. What's going on? Hey, sorry I jumped. Caught me by surprise a little bit, can't even lie. Are you excited that we're here to talk to you? If you're excited that we're here to talk to you, can you sit off this device right here? The REM pod on the table? Are you confused as to why we're here? You don't understand why people come through the house?
Oh, different one's going off. Sounds like the temperature though. Is it the one upstairs? I think it's the one upstairs in like the parents' bedroom area. Yep. REM goes off here. Motion light just turned on. I don't know if that was me. That could have been me. Hold on, I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna test it. I don't know if you guys can see. Motion light is on the stairs. I'm gonna stand right here. I'm gonna test it. That could have been me. I want to see this in real time if this was me though, because if it's not, I'm gonna be a little scared. All right, I'm also gonna set up ghost tube as well. We've had some good stuff with ghost tube in the past. Shout out Amy's Crypt, the homies. Let's fire this up. See if we get anything solid tonight. All right, ghost tube is fired up. Maxing out the volume here. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna test this. I was like right here, I think. Yo, actually, what? Like, how close do you have to get? Do you have to be on the stairs? Dude, I'm gonna be really sad. How close do you have to get? I don't understand. That's actually super weird. I don't know, guys. Drop a comment what you think that could have been. Could have been me. I'm not gonna say that was 100% paranormal, but that's a little weird. You saw how close I just got to that and it didn't light up, so I don't know what's going on with that. But if that was you on the stairs, dude, it just turned on again. I'm farther away this time. If that's you on the stairs, can you light up one of these devices or speak through this device right here on the table? Like I said, we're just here to learn more about you. We don't mean you any harm or any disrespect.
In the past.
In the past?
Touching.
Yeah, if you can touch one of these devices, that'd be super cool. All the hair on my body just stood up. I don't know what that means, but hopefully something good.
Me.
Are you affecting me? Are you around me? Is that why all my hair just stood up? Can you say yes, no, set off a device? Just to confirm. Because I know it probably sounds pretty weird, but we can't see you, we can't hear you most of the time. That's why we have these devices. That's why we want to talk to you using these means. Or how about this? If I stand right here, can you set off that motion light? I won't come near the stairs. I'll back up a little bit even. If that's the easiest way for you to confirm your presence, can you set off the motion light on the stairs? Or make a loud noise? Move an object in the house?
Give it back.
What the hell? Give it back? Give what back? What am I giving back? I don't understand. That was terrifying though. Please don't speak like that. It's a bit much if I'm to be honest. Also guys, we've been incorporating a lot more of just sitting and listening, but if nothing happens, most of the time we just cut it out because that's boring. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch that. So we have been reading your comments. We understand that you guys want us to sit and listen a lot more, but if nothing happens, it's going to get cut from the video. You know what I mean? So that's what most of ghost hunting is.
Coming to get me.
Coming to get me? Ritual. It almost seems like they're talking to each other. Motion light just turned on. Dude, I'm far away. Look how far away I am. I don't think that's me. I don't know, dude. That's super weird. And it said coming to get me.
Touched.
Touched? Did you just touch the motion light? If you just touch the motion light, can you come downstairs, join me down here, and set off any one of these devices we have set up? That would be super awesome, and it'd be a way for you to confirm that we're having an interaction right now. Jeez, okay, the fridge just turned on. Wow, that scared me, bro. I'm so jumpy. Lori? Who's Lori?
Understand.
Why is that voice so scary, man? I feel like I'm in Insidious or something. He's got to chill. All right, so the motion light is off again. I'm gonna turn around, put my back to the scary doorway and see if I can catch it actually turning on. Because like I'm trying to do everything I can to confirm that's not me. Because like last time I pointed towards it, so maybe it has like a super sensitive radius or something. So I'm gonna turn away and talk to you guys like this. And if it turns on behind me while I'm pointing at you guys this way, the REM just hit.
I can't.
You can't turn on the motion light? I think that's the one near the dolls. Can you...
Louder.
That's just maxed out, dude. That's maxing out. Okay, I think I'm gonna go into there.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm gonna bring this with me. Okay, so motion light just turned on again. So I'm unsure. That very well could be me. I'm not gonna say that's paranormal. Again, drop a comment, what you think. Could be, could not be. Up to interpretation. All right, so it seemed like you were trying to get my attention in here. So I've returned. Do you want to talk to me in here? Do you want to use this device? It's the one upstairs, I think. Yeah, it's the one upstairs. Dude, it's like cat and mouse. They lead me away from the staircase and then they lead me back towards the upstairs. Ghost caught on camera? Where do you want to talk to me? Is it easier to talk to me in here? Which one is that? I think that's the one in Mike's room. Again, it's the temperature. If you're in Mike's room, if you're upstairs in the parents' bedroom, can you join me in the living room? Oh, REM pod upstairs. Dude, it's leading me every which way. And I just walked by the staircase and it didn't even turn on the motion light. Like, how close do you have to get? That doesn't make any sense. I'm so close to the stairs and it's not triggering. I don't know, man. If you're upstairs, can you join us downstairs? Seems like I'm having a conversation with somebody kind of off and on down here. I would love to have your input as well. I don't know. Is there something down here that you don't like? It was saying murder, it was saying ritual. It said touched a few times. Now I'm asking it to come downstairs and it says, I don't know. Are you scared of me? Do you not remember me? You haven't seen me before? It has been 2 years, like I said. It's been a while since we were last here.
Nightmare.
Nightmare?
I live here.
Nightmare and I live here. We're not trying to disturb...
Farther.
Farther into this room? Okay. I've gone farther into the room. Can you give me your name so I know how to address you? Something was just like tapping on the window, which is kind of not fun. And guys, it is currently like 20 degrees. Danger. No? It's currently like 20 degrees here right now, so I don't think we're gonna go out into the woods, but if you guys do want to see us doing an outside investigation here, make sure you let us know down in the comments. Not likely. Yeah, it's not likely we're gonna go outside tonight because it's super cold. But if you guys do want to see us do an outside investigation here, make sure you drop a like down below and a comment, let us know. We can try to get back here soon and do that. But it's a little bit nicer outside. I've spent pretty much my entire solo downstairs though. I feel like it's just cat and mouse. Every time I go upstairs, devices down here start going off. So I'm not entirely sure what to make of that, honestly. And I was trying to stay downstairs and listen. I was hoping I could hear some of the footsteps above on the second floor that are often reported here, but nothing so far. Can you do that for me, please? Can you stomp your feet up there? That'd be super cool. Hear you walk around or set off the device up there. Actually sounded like something. Like one single footstep. Something super light. Was that you? Can you make that noise again? A little bit louder if possible. I feel like a lot of the activity has been localized in this area. So I'm gonna try a DR60 session right next to the checkers board right here. And we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna do a quiet session with this voice recorder right here, okay? I'm gonna put it on the table. I'm gonna give you like 30 to 45 seconds. Say whatever you want. And when you see the red light blinking, that means it's listening for your voice. I'm sure you've seen them. I'm sure you know how they work. I just wanted to explain just in case. But I'm gonna press this button right here, and it's gonna be listening, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see what we got. Like I said, I didn't even get the chance to go upstairs either. So I don't know, maybe we'll have to spend some more time tonight upstairs. But it seems like they were kind of playing cat and mouse games with me. But let's listen. I don't know. That's me struggling to pick up the mic or pick up the recorder. I'll listen one more time. At the end, it almost sounds like "I hate you" to me. I don't know. Super welcoming though. Can't really make out the rest of it. So if you guys think you can hear anything better than I can in post, drop a comment. Let me know with a timestamp. But I think I'm gonna go get Steve from the car and see what Hinsdale has for the both of us tonight. We're again going down to the basement. We have access to the basement, which is super cool because we've never been down there before, bar on the history tour earlier tonight. But I'm excited to see what Hinsdale has in store for us because already having device interaction is super cool. May have been residual, seemed a little bit sporadic, and I don't know. Let's just find out who wants to talk to us tonight.
All right, guys, so we're down in the basement. Now, this is the first time we've actually ever investigated in the basement of the Hinsdale house. I'm gonna go under for an Estes, see if we can make contact maybe with whoever's down here. There's the reports of possibly the bodies being hidden in the crawl space before being buried. We're not really sure what to expect down here because we have never been down here before. Dylan's got a couple things set up he's gonna show you. It's gonna be hard for him to move around down here because it's a little short and kind of low ceilings, but he's gonna do his best. I'm gonna go under, see who we can make contact with, and then we'll go upstairs.
Yeah, let's get into it. So as Steve was just saying, you can see the ceiling's a little low down here. I'm gonna be looking like the bent neck lady from the Conjuring house. But we have a REM pod over here on the chair, just opposite of Steve. Then I also have a Mel on the stairs. This is the staircase leading back up to the first floor. So we'll see if anyone wants to follow us down. It seems like we had some really weird activity during my solo, kind of centered around the staircase. You know, kind of going back and forth between upstairs and downstairs. So I don't know. We'll see. He's got the W Haunted Nights mask. Guys, if you haven't visited the website, hauntednightsevents.com, it's linked down below. You can join us on a ghost hunt. You can experience this sort of stuff in real life at some of the most haunted locations all around the US. Also got some merch. My website's down below as well, ghost-generation.com. That's enough of the plugs. Let's get into the ghost hunting. So
Hello. That was hello. Very deep voice.
Hello. So I'm gonna have to stand the entire time, which is super cool. I was trying to get someone's name upstairs. Can you give me your name so I know how to properly address you? I'm gonna go back over.
That was a female voice. Sounded like 2 words. I couldn't quite make it out. Let's escape. That was a male voice.
So again, that's kind of what we had during my solo too, like a male and a female going back and forth. Like the scary voice and then the female voice that kept coming through. Where are you trying to escape from? The basement? They were saying that this used to be like a doorway. And this
Oh God, that was a female voice.
Is something wrong? Something going on?
Me out? It was almost like it said like help me out or let me out, but the beginning part was cut off. It was just me out.
Are you stuck down here in the crawl space? Or did they close up the doorway where you are? Or what if Tiffany's epiphany was right and the pond was filled in over where these people were buried? You know, so almost like they're trapped underwater now? Because isn't it like legend that spirits can't travel over water? Are you either blocked in by the walls or by the water?
There's like a few voices coming through, but it's weird. They sound, they don't sound like distant. They're not like front and center, if that makes sense. It's like deep below the static.
I mean, that would make sense if it's people from the community that come into Hinsdale. Like we talked about at, I think it was Bentonville School. Like, what if it's like a beacon? You know, everybody in the Hinsdale area, they're like, wait, if we want to get our story told, if we want to talk to people like ghost hunters or whatever, what if it's just like a huge light goes up? You know, or they realize that ghost hunters are here tonight. They're like, I can go to this spot. I can talk to people. I can get my story told. If I need help, I can try to get help, you know? So I wonder if that's what's going on here. Are you trying to find your way to the Hinsdale House? Can you see that we're here? That we're trying to open up a line of communication with you?
Please?
How can we help you?
Someone's here?
Who do you mean someone? Like us? Do you see someone else with us? Did someone either
Coming?
Didn't they say that during my solo too? Like he's coming or someone's coming, something to that effect? Who? We've heard stories that something negative lives here at the Hinsdale House. People aren't sure whether it's a thought form, whether it's something original to the land.
Watch it.
Watch it? We're trying to figure out what's going on here, what this haunting is about. If it's people from the Dandy family, from families past. What exactly haunts this location?
Something just touched the back of my head. Actually, hold on. That was really weird.
Something touched the back of your head?
Yeah, that was really weird.
What'd it feel like?
I mean, it just felt like something like literally went like that.
Because I was just asking, what is this negative thing that's here? And
That
you said,
was
watch
so
it.
weird. It almost felt like if I don't know, like if a cord, not a cord, but like if something like brushed against the back of your head.
Right.
I don't know
Like
how to
someone walking behind you almost?
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like my first thought was like, oh, that was this,
Right.
but I was like, well, no, that wouldn't make sense. It's not stuck on anything.
I mean, strings do weird things sometimes, but
That was weird.
because I had asked, what is the negative thing that's here? If it's
Right.
a thought form or if it's original to
Right.
the land, you said watch it, and then almost immediately after something touches you.
It was like, I almost brushed it off at first, like because it was so like.
Like quick almost?
Yeah, I was like, my brain was like, oh, that's this or or this, and then I was like, wait, there's nothing dangling on this.
Right.
That I almost just like ignored it.
Right.
Because I thought it was this, and then I was like, there's nothing on this. So that was really weird, actually.
Just like the timing of that makes me feel like it's like a warning though.
Right.
It said watch it, and I kept kind of going with it,
Right.
and then immediately you get touched. Like,
Why are they coming after me?
I don't know, man. Like,
I'm defenseless. Anyway,
maybe that's why.
I'll go back under.
All right, good luck.
That was really weird, though.
All right, go back to where I could stand normally here. Now, definitely some weird vibes. I don't know if I'm uncomfortable down here just because I have to stand pretty much sideways, or if it's the vibes down here. Because this is our first time ever coming down to the basement of the Hinsdale House, so it's a new area, you know, it's kind of cool. Kind of unsettling at the same time, knowing what could have gone on down here.
Hurry.
What do we need to hurry for?
That was weird. That was like a guy like laughing. I don't know how to explain it. Like a weird laugh, though, not like a. I don't know. It was like a cackle almost. It was strange.
I mean, that lines up with what I was getting upstairs, though. It seemed like whoever the male figure is either tormenting or attacking or scaring the female that's here, and they were just like going back and forth. I mean, it's cool when we get activity that's consistent like that, you know? But I don't know what to make of that. I don't know who that would be. You know, looking at Hinsdale's history. Who is this male that keeps coming through? Seemed like they were trying to scare me upstairs. Seems like they're trying to scare me right now. I'm not entirely sure who this is. I would love to know how to address you. Open up a line of communication. We have these devices set up, just like upstairs, to hopefully make contact with you. Steve is listening for your voice through the headphones. We're trying several different things tonight in order to try to talk to you.
Who is it?
My name is Dylan. The guy in the chair over here is Steve. We've been here before. We're just here. We love the history of the house. We want to learn more about you, more about the land, the house itself, why you're still here. How about
That
this?
was a female voice. It said a couple words. I couldn't make it out though.
If you can see us, can you say what color hoodie Steve is wearing right now? If you're down here in the basement of the Hinsdale House with us in Hinsdale, New York, you can hear my voice, you can see us.
Green.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. So intelligence.
That was a male voice. It was like green.
So they can see us. Okay.
Look down.
Down. I mean, there's like a lot of like bricks and slate, it looks like, and stuff. What am I looking for? Is there something here you want me to find? Imagine there's like a bone or something sticking out of the ground. I mean, they have a shovel down here. I'm not sure what they're digging up. That'd be scary.
Get back?
Get back where? Somebody told me to look around, to look down. So that's what I'm doing right now. I don't see anything like out of place. They have like insulation right here. I don't really know what to make of this. Look down? Or like look down the crawl space? I don't really want to do that. I've seen enough horror movies to know that I shouldn't do that.
Out of there? That was like a female?
Can you tell us who this is or what time period you're from? So we can understand where you're coming from, how you relate to this house and its history, or if you're even related to this house. Maybe you're just passing through.
My like back right shoulder just got really cold. Just this, my right side got really cold. Like goosebumps only on this side right now.
That's bizarre. If you're over by Steve right now, can you come over to this chair right here? There's a red light in that chair, the black chair, the folding chair. How many times can I say chair in a sentence? If you touch that device right there, it's going to light up, it's going to make some noise. You were doing it when I was in the house alone. You did it with multiple different devices. It'd be super cool to see you do it again. I know it sounds silly, I know it's probably annoying, might take a lot of energy, and I apologize for all that. But it's just another way to confirm that we're talking to you right now. That you can hear our voices and you're able to do what we ask. There's one on the stairs right here too. Works the same way. If you touch the top of it, it's going to light up and make some noise. Whichever one is easier for you to interact with. It would be super awesome if you can do that for us. It's just another layer of evidence to prove that we're talking to somebody right now. It's like an onion with other layers of communication.
Wait.
Okay. What am I waiting for?
The man?
Again, the man. Who is the man? Is it one of the dandies? Did you guys hear that? That sounded like movement over in the left corner. He's stationary.
Up? Bed?
There was a thud right there, dude. This is the bathroom right here. She said, bed? Do you want us to head upstairs to the second floor where the bedrooms are? Or up to Mike's room, maybe? On the first floor? Yeah, there's a thud, like, it sounded like it was right against this door. Right against this door, or maybe one of these first steps right here. It was definitely like a wooden, like, thump sound. Hopefully the mic picked it up. I would have been yapping, flapping my gums, but in just a few minutes here, I'm going to pull Steve out. We're going to head in a different part of the house, head to a different part of the house. Do you want us to leave you alone? Are you done talking to us down here? I don't know.
That was a guy's voice. There was a couple words, and then it said, please help me.
How can we help you? If we're able to, we will definitely try to help you. If there's anything
I couldn't make out the beginning of it. It was a couple words and then please help me.
If there's anything that we can do, please let us know. We can either try to help you or get somebody to try to help you. Because, I mean, I don't know how much help we're going to be, but we can try our darndest, I guess. Are you going to be able to follow us upstairs or continue this conversation upstairs? Like I said, in just a minute here, I'm going to pull Steve out of the Estes method. We're going to head upstairs, probably set up some devices, use some different equipment, and try to continue this conversation. But our time down here in the basement is coming to a close. Okay?
Deep voice again, yes.
Okay. It's so interesting to know.
That sounded like the very same voice at the from the beginning where it said hello. And that's the only 2 times I've heard like that deep voice.
Somebody scary is waiting for us upstairs, it sounds like. Wonderful. Also, really weird that there's no device interaction down here compared to how it was upstairs. It's like night and day. So, I don't know. I'm going to tap Steve out. We can mosey on up the stairs here. See if I hit him with a sneak attack. Well done. So really weird. No device interaction down here.
Okay.
Which is like kind of almost the opposite of what I had during my solo.
Right.
I feel like it was mainly device interaction during that. I did an intelligence test. I said, if you can actually see us, if you can hear our voices, if you're at the Hinsdale House, what color sweatshirt is Steve wearing? It said green, like almost immediately after. So that was pretty cool.
That was weird too, because it was like, it sounded, so there was male voices, female voices. That deep voice only came through that 2 times. The beginning said hello, and then when it said yes. But that male voice that said the green, it was almost not annoyed, but it was just like green, like
Duh.
like obviously like green. It was weird.
And it's like, during my solo, I said maybe this activity could be residual because of the devices. It seemed like some of them kind of interacted with me, and then some of it was just sporadic.
Right.
So, I mean, at least we've established that this is something intelligent.
Yeah.
But it seems like whoever this male is, who may be either affecting the female here or whatever it is waiting for us upstairs.
Awesome.
So, yeah, that's
Exciting.
So I guess we gotta head upstairs and see what he wants.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so we moved up to the first floor. We have devices blanketing this entire floor, similar to what I did during my solo. And we're gonna see who wants to talk to us.
Yeah, we got stuff going up the stairs. We got stuff in here. We got Spirit Talker running on the table. I just heard something.
You heard something? What does it sound like?
A voice. That's why I cut myself off talking.
Yeah.
Hello?
Did you hear that one?
No.
It was like a higher pitch. It sounded like a laugh almost.
Oh, I didn't hear that one. Is there anybody down here? My name is Steve. This is Dylan. We just came here to talk to you. We've been here before. We know you're here. I'm not afraid of you. We want to just speak with you. We want to ask you some questions. We have devices set up throughout the house and here and on the stairs that'll let us know that you're here. All you have to do if you can hear our voices is go up to them and touch them or get as close to them as you can.
Jasmine.
Jasmine?
But again, with so much history on this property and in the area, that could be anybody.
Earlier, GhostTube said Natalie as well. So 2 female names.
Okay.
Kind of strange.
And they see that woman too, who they call the bug-eyed woman. That's not what we. That's not the
That's
name.
not what we said.
We didn't say that. They did it. I'm sure you're lovely. Did you live on the property? Can you make a noise for us somewhere? Stomp your feet. Say something. Again, we're just here to talk to you, okay? They've told us that you've opened this cabinet before. The mirror's been knocked off the wall. Are you able to move some?
So scared.
What did I say?
I was so scared.
So scared.
Were you scared of whatever knocked the mirror off the wall or opened the cabinet? That just went off?
On the cabinet. The one on the cabinet went off.
Okay. Are you maybe one of the children that is said to haunt this location? Are you scared of whatever kind of hides out in the basement or in the crawl space?
That's like every stereotypical scary thing.
Literally, yeah.
Hides out in the basement or the crawl space.
Awesome.
Yep.
Amazing.
That's fair. That's scary. Yeah.
I too am scared.
I relate to that.
Yeah, it seemed like you were trying to get me to look into the crawl space too. I'm like, I've seen way too many horror movies.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
Is that person or energy here right now? The scary one? Did you hear that? The scary one? Did you hear that? The scary one? Did you hear that?
What'd you hear?
I thought a voice again.
Female, male?
That sounded like a guy. Hello?
Hi. That's kind of funny.
Did we just hear someone? Did I hear a guy speaking? If I did, can you set this off again? Whoever's over here? They're like, you're hearing stuff, man. 1960s. They were here in the what, 70s? The dandies?
Yeah, I think so. For the exorcism or the structural cleansing. Cool thing about this place too, if you forget the history, they have all the QR codes. Pretty neat.
You can scan them and it'll tell you things.
Yes.
So again, is this negative energy, the scary energy that hides out in the basement and or the crawl space, is that here tonight? Is that in the house? If it is, can you set off this device on the top of the cabinet?
Okay. That's super interesting.
1960s?
Yeah.
This doll was given to the girl in 1961.
Really?
Yep.
That's got chills. That's actually super weird. That's one of those things too. It's like apps, we were super skeptical,
Right.
but that's weird.
Right. So it was given to the little girl, Irma.
2 house fires, right?
Irma is the youngest daughter, and she was given this doll when she was 5 years old in 1961. Interesting. When they did the house cleansing or the exorcism, did that work? Did it work? Did it get rid of whatever was here? Whatever negative energy that was? Because, I mean, this could be something new, this negative thing that they have here.
Right. Like we were saying earlier, like egregore, thought form sort of thing.
Right. People come here looking for it, and they've created this.
And we've had the whole thing with the attachment where
Right.
if someone brought this here and
Right.
dropped it off.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, I heard about it. So whatever was around during the dandies' time is still here. If the structural cleansing or the exorcism didn't work, can you set off this device right in front of us here?
If there's somebody upstairs, can you make a noise? Can you stomp your feet?
Listen to this.
What was that? It's like footsteps above us. What was that? It's like footsteps above us. What was that? It's like footsteps above us. It's like... Yeah.
Can you do that again? Well, they did say too, this is like the
active
hot
side of the
spot
house.
corner of the house is like this area and upstairs.
Yeah. It was like kids'
Yeah.
footsteps.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. So her name was Irma?
Yeah, that's what that says.
Is this Irma? Did you come with the doll to this house?
Doll's still in there, just making sure
Okay,
that wasn't
yeah,
what was running upstairs.
Double check.
Yeah. If it was, I'd be running out the doors.
There's dolls upstairs too. So
Oh
She
boy.
will touch you.
she will touch you.
The doll?
No. I'm going to punch a doll if it touches
Please
me.
do not touch me. Thank you. Who's gonna touch us? I feel bad. I feel bad like referring to her as the bug-eyed lady.
Right. Lady of the Pond?
That's not a name.
Sound
They don't know her name though.
right.
Water woman.
Water woman. I don't know if that works either.
No. Do you know who that is, this woman that they see outside, who then also sometimes comes inside magically? Because they said that they saw her outside. So she goes outside to see who she is.
Right.
Which is not what I would do in that situation.
No.
And
No, there's
then
a
she
strange
turns
woman.
around and sees her inside looking out.
I would leave.
What do you do then?
Get in my car and never come back.
Correct. She, in fact, did come back.
Why?
Don't know.
Yeah, if I look out my window and there's a strange woman standing in my yard
With bug eyes.
with bug eyes, like totally drenched, and they're just like tapping on the window, I would close the curtains and then probably go to bed.
Pretending like that didn't happen.
Correct.
Go outside. Not on the list of things I'd do.
Lock the door, perchance.
Yeah, outside is not where I'd be heading.
Do you agree? Do you think going outside was a crazy choice?
I want to look out the windows now.
Absolutely not. I would not. No.
If I hear a tap on the window, I'm going to be upset. We're not here to force you out. We're not here to yell at you, make you do anything you don't want to do. We're just here to communicate. We're here to learn. We don't mean to offend anybody.
It would be super cool if you could open this cabinet right here. We've heard that it's only opened a handful of times. We would love to document that experience. You're setting off the device just on top of it. If you need to, you can drain our cameras. You can drain our devices that we have set up.
If this negative energy is here, you're welcome to do something too. You're supposed to be pretty strong, pretty powerful. That was like, what, did you hear that? That was like, it sounded like something I'm rubbing, like fabric almost. Because you can hear right here too. Like this vent goes right upstairs.
Yeah.
So we can hear stuff coming from upstairs, which is where we're sleeping.
Yeah. I mean, I sleep like a rock, so unless they like flip me out of the bed.
Do rocks sleep?
Are rocks sentient?
Dwayne is.
Drop a comment. What do you think?
I feel like we should go out here too.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened during my solo. Every time I would come out here, this would start going off. It's saying something.
Oppression.
Oppression?
Pressure. Well, that's
The stages of demonic.
yeah. The stages of demonic.
Stages of demonic. Demons and whatnot. I told you
It goes
yeah.
off. Can you come out here? We have a couple more of those devices out here. Here, I'll get out of the doorway. Can you come right over here and go to these ones on the stairs? They do the exact same thing. There's two of them. That was
That was
upstairs.
loud. Yeah.
Yeah. There's another footstep.
Or if you're upstairs, come down the stairs. We have some devices set up. If you're able to, touch them along the way. You can join us in the living room or the kitchen area.
We are going to be coming up there in a minute.
Down.
Down?
Down.
We already went down to the basement. It seemed like you wanted us to come upstairs.
Or are you coming downstairs?
Super weird. Can you make a loud noise? Move a chair? Knock over a device? Knock over a doll? Stomp your feet?
That was like another knock.
It's like upstairs.
Yeah. It sounds like it's coming from like in that master bedroom, like near the closet area, almost like right up. That's one in there on the cabinet.
Beverly.
Beverly.
Is that the one on the cabinet again?
Yeah.
Step away, please.
It's like maxing out.
Come on out here.
Do you want us to join you in there? Step away. If that's the case. We'll come back into the living room.
Okay.
Okay. We're only going to be down here for a couple more minutes. If there's a message you want to get across, we understand it's kind of difficult, being that we can't see you and we can't hear you most of the time out loud.
Do you hear that?
From the pit.
From the
From the pit?
The basement?
Who's in the pit?
Get out of the pit.
What?
Well, before I was interrupted by the pit, I was walking, and as soon as I stopped, it sounded like there was like another,
Like footsteps
like
behind you?
right behind me. It was, I mean, it literally was like I stopped and I heard like that, like right behind me, and you're not on the carpet.
No.
Huh? He's right behind me, isn't he?
Playing follow the leader.
I don't want to be the leader.
Did you follow us into the living room? It's okay if you did. Again, you're not in any trouble. We're excited that you're willing to communicate with us. Kind of. Unless you want to like hurt us or throw us down the stairs.
That's
What are you
now
doing?
that one goes off. After you said, "Did you follow us in here?" The closest one to us goes
Right.
off.
I don't think this one is going off since
No.
we've been here, right?
No. Okay. Are you a child? Are you whatever's in the pit?
Goodbye.
Oh.
I've said too much.
Goodbye. Where are you going? You going upstairs?
We're about to head upstairs. If it's easier for you to communicate up there, I guess we'll see you up there in just a minute.
We're going to try some different stuff. That's weird though, because we heard the footsteps up there a couple different times. We each heard a voice right towards the beginning. That's been going off. This one goes off once right after I hear a footstep behind me, and you say, "Did you just follow us in here?"
Right. That's what I mean. Like, it could be a mix of residual and intelligent,
Right.
and they're almost like blending together.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it seems like we ask a question, we get a direct answer.
Right.
And there's a couple
And then there's
different
also
things.
something else random going on somewhere
Right.
else.
I can't even tell.
Yeah.
It's weird.
All right, let's go upstairs. Watch it.
That's what you said downstairs.
That's weird. That's really weird. Watch it? As we're going to go upstairs, though?
The last time you told me watch it was when I was bringing up the negative thing.
And we said we're going upstairs, and it says watch it.
So just to confirm, before we go upstairs, is that where the negative thing hangs out? Maybe in the crawl space? Is there something we should be aware of up there? Or maybe someone who was upset that we're here is up there waiting for us?
Guess we'll find out.
I guess so.
Let's do it. All right, so we moved up. We're on the second floor now. We're in the parents' master bedroom area. We have a millimeter in Laura's room. We have a millimeter in Mary's room. That's a REM pod, not a millimeter. Same idea.
Same idea.
And then there's another millimeter in here. So, and an EDI. We're just going to blanket the area with equipment again. We were hearing the footsteps and the weird movement up here. Might try some EVPs up here. Maybe we'll break out Ghost Tube. We'll see. Maybe Ghost Tube Seer.
Right.
And we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah, there's so many different like apps and different devices that we want to use, guys. Tell us in the comments what you want to see more of,
Yeah.
either what devices or what apps you want to see us try out, because there's a lot out there.
And we're going to be getting some more equipment, new stuff for the channel coming here pretty soon. So get ready for that as well. But let's just see if we can make contact with whoever's moving around up here.
Yeah. So it seems like all night we've been warned that there's a man upstairs. We are now on the second floor. Can we try to get a conversation going here?
We were told that something hides in the crawl space over here. Why does it do that? Just curious.
Asking the real questions here.
Seems like a fair question. For why?
Why do you do these things? What's up? Is it like footsteps downstairs?
It's creaking on the floor right there.
Eee.
It's literally creaking. I could hear the floor. It's like
Yeah.
very slowly, like somebody's creaking across the floor, literally at the bottom of these stairs.
Because I heard the last one.
Yeah. Because I like could faintly hear it, and then it sounded like it was getting closer, and that's why I was looking at you, and then that's when you heard the last like little.
Yeah.
It literally sounded like it was right at the bottom of these stairs. Hello?
This fly is crazy.
Yeah. It's 30 degrees out. There shouldn't be flies.
Correct. Please go away.
A la the moth at. I almost just died.
Norwich.
The moth at Norwich.
That was crazy. Guys, go back and watch that episode. That's super funny if you haven't seen that. Can you interact with something up here? Maybe pull out. Okay, that was instant.
That's the room I sleep in.
Haha, sucks.
Okay. Thank you. That was right when you asked, too.
Yeah, that was
right
crazy.
when you asked. That went off.
Thank you so much.
Can you step back out here? Okay. Is it okay if I stay in that room tonight? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Yes. That's super weird though.
The hadn't gone off, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you ask.
Yeah. Okay, if there's someone in Mary's room, can you set off that device? That's usually where I sleep. You can join us in this room if you want. Just walk over to Mary's room and touch the top of that device so it lights up. Works exactly the same way. It'd be super cool.
Well, and also, I mean, we didn't obviously film this part, but like, that's a different millimeter than the one that was going off downstairs. The one that was going off on the case downstairs, we left downstairs. We brought up the one that was on the staircase because it was already halfway up here.
Right.
And that one hadn't gone off. And now you say, can you set off something in here? And that one immediately goes off.
Right.
The EDI just went off too. Something blinked on the EDI.
I didn't see.
I don't know if it was like humidity or something, or pressure. I'm not sure. I just saw the light out of the corner of my eye.
Right. That's one thing that really sucks about devices that don't like make noise.
Yeah.
Like the noises are annoying sometimes,
Yeah.
but
Helps you differentiate stuff.
right.
Laura? Are you here?
'Cause she's supposed to be one of the spirits who like protects you when you come here.
Yeah.
Same with Flo.
The progressive lady?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna knock. Are you able to knock back?
It's so weird. It's so quiet up here.
I know. Well, see, that's what's weird. We hear the stuff up here when we're down there. As soon as we get up here, we hear those floorboards creaking down there. And now it's pretty quiet up here. But then this goes off right when you ask it to.
Do you want Steve to step into that room, Laura? Because were you like just stepping out when it went off too?
I was right on the edge of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this is an absolutely insane design for a staircase here. Asking for trouble.
Yeah.
So, I got up in the morning, got tired, got to go to bed.
And now I'm in the kitchen.
Now I'm downstairs.
Wake you up quick, I guess. Or put you back
Or put you back to bed. Yeah, you go back to sleep. What was that?
Sounded like he was in the closet. Did not sound like one of the flies.
No.
Because they have a scrying meter in here. A couple of chairs chilling in the back over here. I don't think it was that. It doesn't look like that's moving. Oh.
That's the smell and the temperature again.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Can you step back so it stops? Come out here, maybe? Staircase really only is wide enough for nobody. We have these other devices we can use that might be able to record your voice, okay? So if you can step away from that, we can ask you some questions. Oh, that just rubbed me in the back of the head. Oh my God, I thought that was the end.
Surprise.
It was just like, right across the back of my neck. I was like, well,
This is it.
I didn't realize I was over here. I thought I was standing in front of this stuff. I was like, who's rubbing my neck?
Part 2.
Get off my staircase neck rubbing. I don't like it. All right. Let's ask some questions.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna ask you a few questions now, okay? I'm gonna put mine on the stairs here.
Put it right on the
Threshold of this room. All right, Laura, if you're in here, I have this device, okay? It should record your voice. I should be able to hear you a little bit better. Spooky man in the crawl space, same goes for you. If you wanna come on out here, you can speak into this device or the one that Dylan has. Anybody in the house that can hear us. Come up to these, speak as loudly and as clearly as you can, okay? We're gonna ask you a few questions. We should be able to hear you. All right, you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Is there anybody here with us right now? Can you say hello?
Are you originally from this house?
Is there a dark, negative energy in this house somewhere?
Do you recognize either one of us?
How many people are here right now?
Can you say the word ritual?
Can you tell me whose room I'm sitting next to right now?
Do you like having visitors? Or would you rather be left alone?
One, two, three. All right, let's see.
Yep.
Let's see what we got.
See what's crack-a-lackin' here.
Shaking my knees. That's all that right at the beginning.
Is there anybody here with us right now? Can you say hello? Are you originally from this house? Is there a dog?
Look at that back too.
Is there anybody here with us right now? Can you say hello? Are you originally from this house? Is there a dark, negative energy in this house somewhere?
There's something there too.
Is there a dark, negative energy in this house somewhere? Do you recognize either one? Is there a dark, negative energy in this house somewhere? Do you recognize?
I guess I like get back or.
How many people are here right now? Did you say the word ritual? Can you tell me who are here right now?
There's like a whisper after yours.
Did you say the word ritual?
Doesn't sound like it says ritual though.
I honestly almost sounds like it says like. My first thought was I'm scared, and then it almost sounds like of the ritual. Right there. Here, play it
How
again.
many people are here right now?
The of the ritual is quieter.
Did you say the word ritual?
Of the ritual.
I can hear I'm scared
Tell me
for
whose
sure.
room I'm sitting next to right now? Do you like having visitors? Would you rather be left alone?
There's responses
Yeah.
after like everything.
There's
though.
literally chatter after everything. A couple of them are a little clearer, but I don't know.
And if you guys think you have any ideas of what it could have said, make sure you drop a comment with a timestamp and see if I got anything similar on this one.
Is there anybody here with us right now? Can you say hello? Are you originally from this house? Is there a dark, negative energy in this house somewhere? Do you recognize either one of us?
Play that one back.
Is there a dark, negative energy in this house somewhere? Do you recognize either one of us?
Huh? What was that?
How many people are here right now? Can you say the word ritual? Can you tell me whose room I'm sitting next to right now?
It almost sounds like it's me.
It's me or it's mine?
Can you tell me whose room I'm sitting next to right now?
It's
It's
mine.
mine.
Do you like having visitors? Would you rather be left alone?
And see, that's what's tough, right? Like, we know that room as Laura's room.
Right.
A lot of people have lived here over the years. That could be anybody.
Literally anybody, yeah.
They didn't say Laura, they didn't say a name, they said it's mine.
Right. That's what's so tough about coming to haunted locations too. There's so much history. I mean, sure they have some stories that they know
Right.
for certain, but a lot of the records could be lost. There
Right.
could be people that lived here for a couple months and then they moved.
They're still finding stuff. I mean,
Right.
they just found another foundation where they knew there was another house on the property somewhere at some point
Right.
with one of the brothers that had built it. And they just found the foundation that matches this foundation not too far from here.
Right.
So it's like they're still uncovering stuff, and it's mine could be literally anybody.
Right.
So that's interesting. Roommate.
roommate.
Hi, friend.
Like again, the devices aren't going off.
Right.
So
They stopped.
Right. I don't know.
That's weird. That's weird.
It's been
I
a
don't
weird
know.
night.
I don't know what to make of it. There's voices after each question. Some of them obviously a little bit clearer. It's strange.
And it's so weird too because when we were here 2 years ago, we had some incredible EMF stuff on
Yeah.
the stairs that was going on request
Yeah.
with the note probe, which you know we don't have right now, which is really sad. But
More nope than rope.
more nope than rope. But when we set the devices on the stairs, they weren't going off at all.
Right.
Now
And
this
now that
one's
one's in there. That's just temperature this time, though,
Yeah.
not even the EMF.
I
It's
don't
like,
know.
it's mine. Okay, so they're like, yeah, it's my room. That's intelligent. We've had it, again, similar to what she was saying, mixture of residual and intelligent, and then this non-human negative entity is kind of lurking and saying weird things.
Right.
Like, watch it. It's been a kind of a mixture of everything that they told us we might get.
It's super weird. I don't know what to make of it. But you still have to do a solo.
It's my turn.
Hey.
I get to come back in here all alone in the dark.
It did seem like whatever this negative thing is was a lot more vocal when I was in here alone. So,
Awesome.
I don't know. I was using Ghost Tube. I had some really weird voices come through on that.
Awesome.
So, I don't know. But
I'm going to do more EVPs, I think, during that for sure. You can go sit in the car where it's a little bit warmer. You can hang out with maybe the bug-eyed lady that's outside.
I'm going to close my eyes, I think.
Well, she can't. So
Awesome.
you
Cool.
know, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do a solo, and then it's bedtime.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's get into it.
All right. Well, he's going out to the car to get nice and warm. I'm gonna hang out in here in the dark with all of our friends that we've made, and I will see you in a little while.
Have fun.
I will have my wonderfulest time.
It's cold outside.
Yes. Enjoy. Goodbye. There we go. So I'm not sure if I want to do EVPs right off the rip. I mean, we haven't done anything in Mike's room yet. I don't know if I want to do EVPs or if I just want to listen. We have all the equipment still set up. The Melmeters and the REM pods and everything are still upstairs. And then we put another Melmeter back in there on the case where the dolls are that was moving or that was going off. So let's just get into IR and see what we can do. I kind of want to start here in the middle and listen and see if they want to lead me upstairs or downstairs. All right, whoever's in here. The one on the dolls just went off. It's just me now, okay? If you want to talk, can you set off that device? And I'll come in there. I can come in there and ask you some questions. If you're willing to communicate. Again, my name is Steve. Okay, that one went off again. I feel like I should go in there. All right, we're gonna start in here. Can you set that off for me? Just one more time so I know it is you. You've been doing really good with that tonight. We appreciate it. Do you like it better when there's only one of us in here? Does it make you feel more comfortable to talk? See, that's interesting. It stops when I come in here. Do you want me to step back a little bit? Am I too close? Give me some room. Maybe I'll do some EVPs down here because I haven't done any down here yet. I think he did some down here. I'm not sure. But maybe we'll do a couple of them in here. Let's do one over here. I'll do it right here on this table. All right, I have this device, okay? I'm gonna set it right here on this table. It should be able to record your voice. It's not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to communicate with you, okay? I gave you a little bit of space. I moved over here. This goes for anybody that's in the house that can hear me. I'm in the living room, okay? Feel free to come in here and speak to me. All you gotta do is get up here and stand as close to this device as you can and speak and do it as loudly and as clearly as you can. And I should be able to make out whatever you're saying, all right? So the count of 3, I'm gonna start recording. You can come talk to me, okay? 1, 2, 3. My name is Steve. Can I please have your name? Can you see me right now? Is there a negative entity somewhere in this house tonight? Are there bodies buried on the property? One, two, three. Let's see what they said. Here we go.
My name is Steve. Can I please have your name? Can you see me right now?
Something out there.
My name is Steve. Can I please have your name? Can you see me right now? Is there a negative entity somewhere in this house tonight? Are there bodies buried on the property?
Did I say yes? Okay, so a couple things. Really loud after can you see me? Sounds like maybe yes if there's bodies buried on the property, and the millimeter temperature went off again. So I'm gonna ask a few more questions in this room, I think, and then I'm gonna go out there, and then I'm gonna move upstairs. So let's get into a couple more questions. All right, that was good. I can hear you. You're doing really good. I'm gonna ask you a few more questions, okay? Before I move to a different area in the house. So again, if you can come up to here, speak into this device as loudly and as clearly as you can. You're doing really good. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Can you say Hinsdale House? How many entities are in here with me right now? Who is the shadow figure that has been seen in the kitchen? Does someone here mean harm? One, two, three. Let's see.
Can you say Hinsdale House? How many entities are in here with me right now? Who's the shadow figure that has been seen in the kitchen? Does someone here mean harm?
Nothing that time. So some answers the first time, some clearer stuff, and then silence that time. Let's step out there. I'm gonna kind of do some over in Mike's room. We haven't gone in there at all tonight. I'm gonna go do some questions in there, and then we're gonna go upstairs before we end the solo. So let's get out there. Let's go over to Mike's room, see if he wants to talk. All right, I'm gonna move out this way, okay? I'm gonna come into this area. Going into Mike's room. So this is where he had something fly off the shelf while he was sleeping, and it was at the bottom of the pile, and nothing else above it was disturbed. And then he actually got in a car accident. And he said that there was something else in the car with him, and that's what caused him to crash. And even after the crash, they said there was another dent in the passenger side, like there was a person there. But there wasn't anybody else in the car with him. We haven't done any EVPs in here tonight, so let's ask some questions and see what we can get. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Mike. My name is Steve. Are you in here with me right now? Was there something in the car with you when you had your accident? Can you tell me what fell off the shelf while you were sleeping that night? 1, 2, 3. I just heard a voice out there. I just heard a male voice out that way. I don't know if it was upstairs. It was definitely in this direction though. Hello? I couldn't tell what it said. I could not make out what it said. It sounded like it was like over there, like towards the direction of the staircase, but I can't say for sure. Let's listen back. This house has a whole different feeling when you're alone. it feels occupied still. It feels like it's lived in. It's a really weird sensation in here.
Hi, Mike. My name is Steve. Are you in here with me right now? Was there something in the car with you when you had your accident? Can you tell me?
Yes, clear as day. Yes.
Hi, Mike. My name is Steve. Are you in here with me right now? Was there something in the car with you when you had your accident?
Yes.
Tell me what fell off the shelf while you were sleeping that night?
So nothing on the last one. Was there something in the car with you when you had your accident? Clear as day. Yes. Let's go upstairs and see what we can get up there. Here we go. Going upstairs where I will be sleeping. I'm gonna run ghost tube for this last little bit and see what we get with that. So let's see. Fire this thing up quick. And we are recording. Let's go. I don't know what that means. I've never heard that before. I'm gonna come upstairs, okay? Put this viewfinder around so I don't fall. Oh, falling. Hello? Is there anybody up here with me? I kind of want to just sit here. Because I can hear everything. I set this here. Is there anybody upstairs? I have this device right here that should be able to communicate with me. If you come up to it and speak into it, you should be able to give me a message if you have one. Speaking with anybody that's in the house that can hear me. My name is Steve, if you didn't hear me say that earlier. I only have a few minutes left in here before I go get Dylan. This area of the house in particular has a really weird vibe to it right now. I feel uncomfortable. I feel like I'm just being watched. It's over here. It's to this side, which is not bad because I'm sleeping on the other side in this room. But this area feels really weird right now. Like I don't feel good sitting here, if that makes sense. But none of the equipment's going off up here. Is there somebody in this room to my right? If you guys see something over my shoulder, don't tell me. We're gonna sleep here tonight, is that okay? And it's like, I feel weird about this.
Play.
That scared the hell out of me. It said play. Oh my God, that almost just ended my existence. I almost just fell down these stairs. Whew. You wanna play? I just about had a heart attack. Goodness gracious. You wanna play? Okay, that's the millimeter downstairs going off. I can hear the temperature. Ew, it said play and then the thing by the dolls goes off. I don't really want to play with the dolls. Is there something else you want to do? Play a game maybe? Like roll a ball? The fact that it did that voice is kind of weird too. That got my heart going. I forgot that honestly thing, I forgot it was on for a second. We can play. Dylan's gonna sleep over in this area to my right. So if you want to play with him while he's sleeping, he loves it. You can shake the bed, tickle him. He would think it's really funny. So would I. Me probably more than him. I'm gonna bring him inside here in a minute, okay? Do you want to play with him? With him? with him. That just sounded like something tapped on that glass to the crawl space. It just did it again. Okay. I don't want to play that. Whatever that is, I don't want to play that game. Thank you, though. Did you just tap on that glass? I asked cautiously. If I see something moving there, we're going to have ourselves some choice words coming out of my mouth, I promise you. I'm going to go outside and get Dylan in a minute. And we're going to come inside and we're going to sleep. Is that okay? This is what I'm seeing, by the way, guys. Yeah, it's a bit dark in here. This little LCD screen is all I got. I'm going to do one more recording session. I'm going to ask you 2 questions, okay? And that's going to be it. So I'm going to put it right here next to this. Come up to it and speak as loudly and clearly as you can, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Before I go, can you say good night or goodbye? Did the negative entity just tap on the glass to the crawl space? Is it safe to sleep here tonight? One, 2, 3. I said 2 questions and I asked 3. I hope they don't hate me. Let's see if they answered. They either are going to hate me or they're going to think I'm dumb, which I am, because they're going to think I can't count. So let's see.
Before I go, can you say good night or goodbye? Did the negative entity just tap on the glass to the crawl space? Is it safe to sleep here tonight?
Oh, good. Let's play that back.
Did the negative entity just tap on the glass to the crawl space? Is it safe to sleep here tonight?
Did I say downstairs?
Did the negative entity just tap on the glass to the crawl space? Is it safe to sleep here tonight?
Downstairs? It's only safe to sleep downstairs? But the beds are upstairs. Either way, not great, not super good. So they said something or yelled when I said to the negative entity, tap on the glass, and then is it safe to sleep? And it says downstairs. That said play. Don't want to do that either. So I'm going to go get Dylan. We're going to go to bed. And we'll wrap this up in the morning, guys, and we'll let you know what happened while we were sleeping. But what a strange night here at the Hinsdale House. This place is such a unique location. We'll definitely have to come back here, but let's go get Dylan. Let's call it a night. All right, guys, we survived the night at the Hinsdale House. I didn't have anything bother me while I was sleeping. I don't know about you.
No, I mean, I didn't fall asleep until like 7, but while I was just sitting there, I didn't hear any other noises, which I think confirms and kind of validates what we experienced throughout the night. So that was kind of interesting. But again, another investigation that did not disappoint here.
Yeah, it was a strange night. This house is weird. We do get a lot of intelligent activity. There's the residual stuff. It seemed like whatever negative entity is here was kind of hanging out, but staying away from us a little bit as well.
It was very, very interesting. It seemed like we had a mix of residual, intelligent, and like you said, the negative thing. Didn't seem like our attachment came through, or maybe that's what the negative thing was.
Right.
I don't know. It was April Fool's Day when we got here, but no jokes about it. This place appears to be haunted.
It definitely is. And again, thank you guys so much for 100K. The first video filmed after that, so we wanted to say thank you one more time. We're gonna get back on the road. We got more videos to film, and we'll see you guys on the next one.